Hello, everybody! What's up? What's up? How do I sound? How do I sound? So clear? Does it sound good? Can you guys hear a difference, actually? なんか新しいマイクに変えました Yes, it sounds crisp. A little bit quieter? Oh, okay. Hold up. What if I... Let's put a gain on. I did realize I am a little bit quieter for some reason. What if I do that? Hello! How's this? Is that better? I can't tell. Hello! Hello! Is it still quiet? Yeah, bit. Yeah, bit. Yeah, bit. Okay. Let me just input the gain. Hello! Is that better? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Perfect! Hi! Hi! I'm so excited. I hope you guys have having good... Wait. I hope you guys are having a good day. Are you ready to be scared? So, out of the lovely replies that you guys sent me yesterday, thank you so much for the recommendations, by the way. Mane-chan picked out a few. And, can we just give a shout out to Mane-chan? Thank you, Mane-chan. Apparently, they spent all night filtering and reading through the creepypastas that you guys sent, and they couldn't sleep for the entire night. So, thanks, Mane-chan! Thanks, Mane-chan! Thank you very much. I've been playing around with the Go... I got the Go XLR here as well, which is why we can hear the reverb. Whoa! It's so fun. Thank you so much for the Akasupa Boom Boom Boom. What's up, babe? What's up, Project Pumpkin? Thank you. Thank you. Does that mean we won't be able to see? I don't know. I had a look at the titles that he... Wait, no. Not titles. Are they titles? Yeah, I had a look at the titles that they sent over, but I don't... I recognize some of them, but I don't recognize some of them. Yeah. Yeah. But I do hope that the mic will help. We can put some sick reverb. We can put some sick reverb. Tell Mane-chan that we love her. Hear that, Mane-chan? Mane-chan therapy fun? Oh, the thing I'm looking forward to most is that now I can scream during collabs, and the other person's stream will not die. from my screams because I have a compressor on the mic now. Wow! So cool. That is what I'm looking forward to the most. Yes. Yes, yes. Scream right now. I did. Double voice? Wait. Wait. Am I doubling? I'm not, right? Am I doubling? No, we're good? Okay. Good. Okay. Just checking, because I'm still playing around with the settings. So I hope that is okay. And everything goes well. Is Small Bay gonna tell us some spooky stories? No. Do you want Small Bay to tell you creepy stories? Is that what you want? Do you want Small Bay to do it? Or do you want Big Bay to do it? A Small Bay? A Big Bay? Big Bay. We'll do Big Bay. Okay. Now, I've prepared... I don't know how many we're gonna get through, but... Oh, Mane-chan is so cute. You know, next to some of the titles, Mane-chan wrote, "This is a personal favorite of Mane-chan." めっちゃ可愛いじゃん Mane-chan. Aww. Okay, I'll be sure to read them then. Okay. Ah! My nose is running away. What else is here? Okay! Let's get started with the very first one. I'm gonna change the text. What's this one? To a now reading, so that you guys know. We guys know which one I'm reading. Okay? Does that sound good? Sound good? I got a lot of water. I'm gonna read some creepypastas. Oh yes, that's right. We gotta change the music. We gotta change the music. And we also gotta dim the lights. Spooky. Actually, do you want to see me bright? Or should I also hide in the shadows? Which one do you guys prefer? Let me know. Let me know. Bright Bay, Dark Bay. Brighter? Okay. I'll be Bright Bay so that at least, you know, you won't be too scared. At least I'm here. Okay. I'm here. Actually, no, we're gonna go to Dark Bay during this story in particular because I think it's quite fitting. Okay. Can you guys still hear me when I whisper like this? Can you guys still hear me when I whisper like this? Okay, we're gonna get started. Okay. The very first one is called... Aha, I see. I cannot say the title, but it's called The Sleep Experiment. I'm not going to say which country, but it's The Sleep Experiment. Okay, I've actually heard a lot about this one, but I've never read it. I'm very excited. Okay. Oh, that's great. As soon as I said that... Okay, okay, hold on. My chat died. Wait. My chat died! I was trying to be spooky and everything, but then my chat died. I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh no! Hold on. 3 seconds. Come on, YouTube. YouTube, please. Come on, please. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh my. Come on. Okay, we're good. Hold on. Let me just. Okay. Okay, we good. Okay. Very good. Okay. Okay. Very good. Very nice. Okay. Sorry, we're back. Okay. Creepy music. Up to a good start. Okay. We're gonna read The Sleep Experiment. Let me just type that in. Oh wait, no. The Sleep Experiment. Okay. Oh, whoa, that's long. Whoa. That's a little bit long, yo. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Is this one of Mane-chan's favorites? Yeah. They wrote a personal favorite of Mane-chan. Okay. Researchers in the late 1940s kept 5 people awake for 15 days using an experimental gas-based stimulant. They were kept in a sealed environment to carefully monitor their oxygen intake so the gas didn't kill them, since it was highly toxic in high concentrations. This was before closed-circuit cameras, so they had only microphones and 5-inch thick glass porthole-sized windows into the chamber to monitor them. The chamber was stocked with books, cots to sleep on, but no bedding, running water, and toilet, and enough dried food to last all 5 for over a month. The test subjects were political prisoners deemed enemies of the state during World War II. Everything was fine for the first 5 days. The subjects hardly complained, having been promised, falsely, that they would be freed if they submitted to the test and did not sleep for 30 days. Their conversations and activities were monitored, and it was noted that they continued to talk about increasingly traumatic incidents in their past, and the general tone of their conversations took on a darker aspect after the 4-day mark. Oh, that's scary. After 5 days, they started to complain about the circumstances and events that led them to where they were and started to demonstrate severe paranoia. They stopped talking to each other and began alternately whispering to the microphones and one-way mirrored portholes. Oddly, they seemed to think they could win the trust of the experimenters by turning over their comrades, the other subjects in captivity with them. At first, the researchers suspected this was an effect of the gas itself. After 9 days, the first of them started screaming. He ran the length of the chamber, repeatedly yelling at the top of his lungs for 3 hours straight. He continued attempting to scream, but was only able to produce occasional squeaks. The researchers postulated that he had physically torn his vocal cords. I stumbled. I'm sorry. I can't continue. The most surprising thing about his behavior is how the other captors reacted to it, or rather, didn't react to it. They continued whispering to the microphones until the second of the captives started to scream. The 2 non-screaming captives took the books apart, smeared page after page with their own feces, and pasted them calmly over the glass portholes. The screaming promptly stopped. So did the whispering to the microphones. After 3 more days passed, the researchers checked the microphones hourly to make sure they were working, since they thought it impossible that no sound could be coming with 5 people inside. The oxygen consumption in the chamber indicated that all 5 must still be alive. In fact, it was the amount of oxygen 5 people would consume at a very heavy level of strenuous exercise. On the morning of the 14th day, The researchers did something they said they would not do to get a reaction from the captives. They used the intercom inside the chamber, hoping to provoke any response from the captives that were afraid were either dead or vegetables. They announced, We are opening the chamber to test the microphones. Step away from the door and lie flat on the floor or you will be shot. Compliance will earn one of you your immediate freedom. To their surprise, they heard a single phrase in a calm voice response. Debate broke out amongst the researchers, and the military voices funding the research. Unable to provoke any more response using the intercom, it was finally decided to open the chamber at midnight on the 15th day. That's so stupid, what the heck? The chamber was flushed of the stimulant gas and filled with fresh air, and immediately voices from the microphone began to object. 3 different voices began begging, as if pleading for the life of loved ones, to turn the gas back on. The chamber was opened, and soldiers sent in to retrieve the test subjects. They began to scream louder than ever, and so did the soldiers when they saw what was inside. 4 of the 5 subjects were still alive, although no one could rightly call the state that any of them in life. I'm sorry. The food rations past day 5 had not been so much as touched. There were chunks of meat from the dead test subject's thighs and chest stuffed into the drain into the center of the chamber, blocking the drain and allowing 4 inches of water to accumulate on the floor. Precisely how much of the water on the floor was actually blood was never determined. All 4 surviving test subjects also had large portions of muscle and skin torn away from their bodies. The destruction of flesh and exposed bone on their fingertips indicated that the wounds were inflicted by hand, not with teeth, as the researchers initially thought. Closer examination of the position and angles of the wounds indicated that most, if not all of them, were self-inflicted. The abdominal organs below the ribcage of all 4 test subjects had been removed, while the heart, lungs, and diaphragm remained in place. The skin and most of the muscles attached to the ribs had been ripped off, exposing the lungs through the ribcage. All the blood vessels and organs remained intact. They had just been taken out and laid on the floor, fanning out around the eviscerated but still living bodies of the subjects. The digestive tract of all 4 could be seen, still working, digesting food. It quickly became apparent that what they were digesting was their own flesh that they had ripped off and eaten over the course of days. Most of the soldiers were special operatives at the facility, but still many refused to return to the chamber to remove the test subjects. They continued to scream to be left in the chamber and alternately begged and demanded that the gas be turned back on, lest they fall asleep. To everyone's surprise, the test subjects put up a fierce fight in the process of being removed from the chamber. One of the soldiers died from having his throat ripped out. Another was gravely injured by having his ripped off, and an artery in his leg severed by one of the subject's teeth. Another 5 of the soldiers lost their lives, if you count ones that committed suicide in the weeks following the incident. In the struggle, one of the 4 living subjects had his spleen ruptured and he bled out almost immediately. The medical researchers attempted to sedate him, but this proved impossible. He was injected with more than 10 times the human dose of morphine derivative and still fought like a cornered animal, breaking the ribs and arms of one doctor. When heart was seen to beat for a full 2 minutes after he bled out, to the point there was more air in his vascular system than blood. Even after it stopped, he continued to scream and flail for another 3 minutes, struggling to attack anyone in reach, just repeating the word. Over and over, weaker and weaker, until he finally fell silent. The surviving 3 test subjects were heavily restrained and moved to a medical facility. The 2 with intact vocal cords continuously begging for the gas, demanding to be awake. The most injured of the 3 was taken to the only surgical operating room that the facility had. In the process of preparing the subject to have his organs placed back into his body, it was found he was effectively immune to the sedative that they had given him to prepare him for the surgery. He fought furiously against his restraints when the anesthetic gas was brought out to put him under. He managed to tear most of it away through a 4-inch wide leather strap on one wrist, even through the weight of a 200-pound soldier holding that wrist as well. It took only a little more anesthetic than normal to put him under, and the instant his eyelids fluttered and closed, his heart stopped. In the autopsy of the test subject that died on the operating table, it was found that his blood had tripled the normal level of oxygen. His muscles that were still attached to his skeleton were badly torn, and he had broken 9 bones in his struggle to not be subdued. Most of them were from the force his own muscles had exerted on them. The second survivor had been the first of the group of 5 to start screaming. His vocal cords destroyed, he was unable to beg or object to surgery. He only reacted by shaking his head violently in disapproval when the anesthetic gas was brought near him. He shook his head yes when someone suggested, reluctantly, they try surgery without anesthetic, and did not react for the entire 6-hour procedure of replacing his abdominal organs and attempting to cover them with what remained of his skin. The surgeon presiding stated repeatedly that it should be medically possible for the patient to still be alive. One terrified nurse assisting the surgery stated she had seen the patient's mouth curl into a smile several times whenever his eyes met hers. When the surgery ended, the subject looked at the surgeon and began to wheeze loudly, attempting to talk while struggling. Assuming this must be something of a drastic importance, the surgeon had a pen and pad fetched so the patient could write his message. It was simple. Keep cutting. The other 2 test subjects were given the same surgery, both without anesthetic as well, although they had to be injected with a paralytic for the duration of the operation. The surgeon found it impossible to perform the operation while the patients laughed continuously. Once paralyzed, the subjects in an abnormally short period of time, and they were soon trying to escape their bonds. I read that sentence wrong, hold on. Once paralyzed, the subjects could only follow the attending researchers with their eyes. The paralytic cleared their system in an abnormally short period of time. And they were soon trying to escape their bonds. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Everybody shut up. The moment they could speak, they were again asking for the stimulant gas. The researchers tried asking why they had injured themselves, why they had ripped out their own guts, and why they wanted to be given the gas again. Only one response was given. I must remain awake. All 3 subjects' restraints were reinforced, and they were placed back into the chamber, awaiting determination as to what should be done with them. The researchers, facing the wrath of their military benefactors for having failed the stated goals of their project, considered euthanizing the surviving subjects. The commanding officer saw potential and wanted to see what would happen if they were put back on the gas. The researchers strongly objected, but were overruled. In preparation for being sealed in the chamber again, the subjects were connected to a monitor and had their restraints padded for long-term confinement. To everyone's surprise, 3 stopped struggling the moment it was let slip that they were going back on the gas. It was obvious that at this point, all 3 were putting up a great struggle to stay awake. One of the subjects that could speak was humming loudly and continuously. The mute subject was straining his legs against the leather bonds with all his might. First left, then right, then left again for something to focus on. The remaining subject was holding his head off his pillow and blinking rapidly. Having been the first to be wired on the monitor, most of the researchers were monitoring his brainwaves in surprise. They were normal most of the time, but sometimes flatlined inexplicably. It looked as if he was repeatedly suffering brain death before returning to normal. As they focused on paper scrolling of the brainwave monitor, only one nurse saw his eyes slip shut at the same moment his head hit the pillow. His brainwaves immediately changed to that of deep sleep, then flatlined for the last time as his heart simultaneously stopped. The only remaining subject that could speak started screaming to be sealed in now. His brainwaves showed that the same flatlines as one who had just died from falling asleep. The commander gave the order to seal the chamber with both subjects inside, as well as 3 researchers. One of the named 3 immediately drew his gun and shot the commander point blank between the eyes, then turned the gun on the mute subject and blew his brains out as well. He pointed his gun at the remaining subject, still restrained to a bed, as remaining members of the medical and research team fled the room. "I won't be locked in here with these things! Not with you!" he screamed at the man strapped to the table. "What are you?" he demanded. "I must know!" The subject smiled. The subject asked.
"We are you. We are the madness that lurks within you all, begging to be free at every moment in your deepest animal mind. We are what you hide from in your beds every night. We are what you sedate into silence and powerless when you go to the nocturnal haven where we cannot tread."
The researcher paused, then aimed at the subject's heart and fired. The monitor flatlined as the subject weakly choked out. I'm fine. I'm fine. I was fine. What? I was fine. I was great. I was great. I was great. Oh yeah. I've just been. Oh, I didn't think about playing. I thought about playing with the Godzilla, but obviously I saw a lot of comments saying you couldn't understand. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry!
But yes. We can't understand you when you're using the filter. I'm sorry! I tried! It's okay. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Just fine. You know? Everything is just fine. Okay. That was fun! That was kind of scary, I'm not gonna lie. I've heard of this story before, but I've never read it, like, fully. That was pretty good. Alright. Okay. Interesting. I'm looking at the other titles. Okay. Some titles. We've got Autopilot. We've got Candle Cove. We've got Kisaragi Station. We've got Laughing Jack. We've got Candle Cove. You guys like Candle Cove? Yeah, we like Candle Cove. Candle Cove? Okay. Wait, is Candle Cove... Wait. Oh, okay. I couldn't tell from the way it was formatted. Is it like a series of emails? Or something? Because, because I can't tell. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, it's a message board. Okay, okay, okay. Alright. Let me just... Oh, I understand. Okay, let me just separate them so I know which is which. Okay. 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 What's Candle Cove? You're gonna love this one, but really? Am I gonna get scared? Am I gonna get scared? Yeah! Okay, let me just separate them. That's the whole point. I guess so, but it's still scary. Why is this so long? How many messages? Okay, here we go. Okay. Candle Cove. Okay. Candle Cove. Okay. Candle Cove. Subject: Candle Cove local kids show? Question mark. Does anyone remember this kids show? It's called Candle Cove, and I must have been 6 or 7. I never found reference to it anywhere, so I think it was on a local station around 1971 or 1972. I lived in Irontown at the time. I don't remember which station, but I do remember it was on like a weird time, like 4 p.m. Oh, title. Yeah, sorry. Thanks, guys. And that was by Mike Painter, 65. It seems really familiar to me. I grew up outside of Ashland and was 9 years old in 72. Candle Cove. Was it about pirates? I remember a pirate marionette at the mouth of a cave talking to a little girl, replied Skyshale033. Yes! Okay, so I'm not crazy. I remember Pirate Percy. I was always kind of scared of him. He looked like if he was built from like parts of other dolls. Real low budget. His head was an old porcelain baby doll and looked like an antique that didn't belong on the body. I don't remember what station this was. I don't think it was WTSF though, replied Jaren2005. Sorry to resurrect this old thread, but I know exactly what show you mean, Skyshale. I think Candle Cove ran for only a couple of months in 71, not 72. I was 12 and I watched it a few times with my brother. It was channel 58, whatever station that was. My mom would let me switch it to it after the news. Let me see what I remember. It took place in Candle Cove. It was about a little girl who imagines herself to be friends with pirates. The pirate ship was called the Laughing Stock, and Pirate Percy wasn't a very good pirate because he got scared too easily. And there was a calliope music. There was calliope music constantly playing. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Don't remember the girl's name. Janice or Jade or something? I think it was Janice. Skyshell033. Thank you, Jaren. Memories flooded back when you mentioned the Laughing Stock and Channel 58. I remembered the bow of the ship was a wooden smiling face with the lower jaw submerged. It looked like it was swallowing the sea and it had that awful Edwin voice and laugh. I especially remember how jarring it was when they switched from the wooden plastic model to the foam puppet version of the head that talked. Mike Painter 65. Ha ha, I remember now too. Do you remember this part, Skyshell? You have to go inside. Skyshell033. Ugh, Mike, I got a chill reading that. Yes, I remember. That's what the ship always told Percy when there was a spooky place he had to go in, like a cave or a dark room where the treasure was, and the camera would push in on Laughingstock's face with each pause. You have to go inside. With his two eyes askew and then flopping foam jaw in the fishing line that closed and opened it. Ugh, it just looks so cheap and awful. Do you guys remember the villain? He had a face that was just a handlebar moustache above really tall, narrow teeth. Kevin Hart? I honestly thought the villain was Pirate Percy. I was about 5 when the show was on. Nightmare Fuel. Jaren2005. That wasn't the villain, the puppet with the moustache. That was the villain's sidekick, Horace Horrible. He had a monocle too, but it was on top of the mustache. I used to think that meant he only had one eye. But yeah, the villain was another marionette. The Skin Taker. I can't believe what they let us watch back then. Kevin Hart. Jesus Christ, the Skin Taker. What kind of kids show were we watching? I seriously could not look at the screen when the Skin Taker showed up. He just descended out of nowhere on his strings, like a dirty skeleton wearing that brown top hat and cape, and his glass eyes that were too big for his skull. Christ almighty. Skyshell033. Wasn't his top hat and cloak all sewn up crazily? Was that supposed to be children's skin? Mike Painter 65. Yeah, I think so. Remember his mouth didn't open and close? his jaw just slid back and forth. I remember the little girl said, "Why does your mouth move like that?" And the skin taker didn't look at the girl, but at the camera and said, "To grind
your skin."
Skyshell 0033. I'm so relieved that other people remember this terrible show. I used to have this awful memory, a bad dream where I had the opening jingle ended and the show faded in from black and all the characters were there, but the camera was just cutting to each of their faces and they were just screaming. And the puppets and marionettes were flailing spastically and just all screaming. Screaming. The girl was just moaning and crying like she had been through hours of this. I woke up many times from that nightmare. I used to wet the bed when I had that. Kevin Hart. I don't think that was a dream. I remember that. I remember. That was an episode. Skyshell 033. No, not possible. There was no plot or anything. I mean literally just standing in place, crying and screaming for the whole show. Kevin Hart. Maybe I'm manufacturing the memory because you said that, but I swear to God I remember seeing what you described. They just screamed. Jaren 2005. Oh God, yes, the little girl Janice. I remember seeing her shake. And the skin taker screaming through his gnashing teeth. His jaw careening so wildly I thought it would come off its wire hinges. I turned it off and it was the last time I watched. I ran to tell my brother and we didn't have the courage to turn it back on. Mike Painter 65. I visited my mum today at the nursing home. I asked her about when I was little in the early 70s when I was 8 or 9, and she remembered a kid's show, Candle Cove. She said she was surprised I could remember that, and I asked why. And she said, because I used to think it was so strange that you said, "I'm going to watch Candle Cove now, Mum." And you would tune in to the TV to static and juts, watching dead air for 30 minutes. You had a big imagination for your little pirate show. What? No, 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 oh no. Oh my God. What were they watching? What were they watching? What were they watching? Okay. Okay, that was scary. I need some happy music, please. Please. I need some happy... Please, this is so freaky! It's mid-afternoon, babe. You can do it. I don't care! It's scary! Oh my God. Please, Minecraft music, save me. I need help. This is too scary. This is too scary. This is too scary. Okay. I would say it was a pretty good story there. It was a pretty good story. Here's the thing, right? I get scared, but can also appreciate that it's a pretty good story, you know? It's pretty good. It's pretty good, okay? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay. What should the next one be? I appreciate the writing. Yeah. Thank you for that, Kasupa. I really enjoyed your story. Praise the rat. Thank you. Boom, boom, boom. Kisaragi Station? Okay, I've actually read Kisaragi Station before, but I've never, like, read it out loud, if that makes sense. Laughing Jack? We can do Laughing Jack and then Kisaragi Station. Kisaragi Station's a bit long though, right? We might do Laughing Jack. Laughing Jack? Anything with laughing in the title seems wrong, but okay. I just gotta figure out what's with the music. It's for my sanity. It's a sand check. I'm sorry. What other titles are there? Here we go. Wait. Oh wait, Laughing Jack is long as well. Wait. Is that Laughing Jack? Oh wait. Can anyone tell me where I am? Does anyone know that one? Can anyone tell me where I am? Why is that just the story of my life? I've heard of... Can you get... That's like me in Minecraft. Can anyone tell me where I am? I'm lost. I'm sorry. Oh, this one's also quite long. Whoa. What's this one? Whoa! Oh, wow, this is long. Time travel is not what you think it's like. Ooh. Interesting. Time travel? Kronii? Is this story about Kronii? That's a good one. Ooh, Ame Kronii? It's quite long though. But to whom it may concern. Does anyone know that one? Ooh, time travel. I think everyone kind of likes time travel. Okay. How about we do Kisaragi Eki and we do time travel is not what you think. How about those two? Since you guys seem to like the time travel one. Yeah? Should we do that? The BGM is for Bale's sanity. Yes. Bale sanity. Yes. Need creepy BGM. Just let me enjoy my sand check, okay? Please? Just let me enjoy my sand check. Will you do the rest later? I'll see if we have time. Because we're already creeping up on an hour. What the heck? Should we just read them all? Okay. Wow. How has it already been an hour? What the heck? Time goes so fast. That's just rude. Read them all. Endurance stream. My sand checkpoints is gonna reach -3 million. Okay, stop stalling. Okay, I'm sorry. Just I'm kind of sweating. Let me take my blanket off. Hold on. I'm kind of sweating because I'm kind of scared. Okay. Wait. Okay. Take my blanket off. Okay. Freedom. All right. Freedom. Okay. We're back. Why? Okay. It's okay. I know what happens in Kisaragi Station. That's a lie. I kind of forgot what happened. I just know it's about to start. I was trying to adjust my seat and I just fell. Ah! Okay, we're good. Everything's good. We're fine. We're fine, we're fine. Okay. Okay. 大丈夫です. Okay, we're good. キサラギ駅読みます. Oh, not this one. Which one is it? No. This one. Now reading Kisaragi Station. Okay. So, what we're gonna do for this one, since it's a thread between one poster and like the rest, like everyone else, you know? The one I'm reading has one main poster who made the thread, and then kind of like everyone else's responses. So I'm just gonna pretend it's between like two people, okay? So, like a 2-channel story. Is that what it? Yeah. So for the main poster, I'ma sound like this, okay? Because it's easy to distinguish, okay? This is the main poster, which by the name at the beginning is Hasumi-san. Yeah? Yeah? Podcast Bay? No. It kind of just sounds like they're on like a walkie-talkie. Maybe they're just trying to communicate with someone, right? Okay. And then I'll use my normal voice for everyone else's replies. Got it? Got it? Okay, good. Okay. Kisaragi Eki. Oh wait, should it be opposite? Wait a second. Oh wait, no, it should be opposite. It's better when people are panicking on the intercom. Okay, that makes sense. I'm sorry. We're gonna flip it. Okay, we're gonna flip it. It sounds better. Okay. This may just be my imagination. Can I post it anyway? Go ahead. What's going on? I've been riding a certain train for a while, but something seems off. I always take this train to work, but it hasn't stopped at any stations for the past 20 minutes. It usually only takes 5 minutes, 7, or 8 at worst. Oh, and there's 5 other passengers, but they're all sleeping. Did you take the express train by mistake? Is it like a high-speed train? Well, it's possible I may have just missed my stop. I'll wait a little longer, but if anything else strange occurs, I might bring it up here. Try going to the car on the end to see the conductor, maybe? It would be really bad if the driver had like an epileptic fit or something. You should check on the conductor. Still not sign of stopping, so... Alright, I'll take a look. There were blinds or something covering the window, so I couldn't see the conductor or the driver. The route is a private railway in Shizuoka. Knock on the window? I tried that, but nobody answered. Can you see out the window? Names of stations you're passing, etc. Anything? We came out a tunnel, so we're dropping speed slightly. There usually aren't any tunnels though. It's a train from Shin Hamamatsu. Oh wait, looks like we're finally stopping at a station. You aren't gonna get off there, are you? We're stopped at Kisaragi Station. I wonder if I should get off. I've never heard of this place before. Definitely check it out. No, stay until the last stop. But it's probably already departing now. Hey, when did you get on the train? Okay, I've gotten off the train. The station's unmanned. I believe I got on the train at 11:40?
I'm not finding any information on Kisaragi Station. And Asumi, your train was going for over an hour? That's really strange. Yeah, I'm not getting any results for Kisaragi Station either.
I'm looking for a schedule so I can get back, but I can't find one. The train is still stopped, so it'd probably be safest to get back on. Huh, well, it left while I was writing that.
Is there anyone nearby or any buildings? It's cold out. Be careful.
I'll look for a taxi from the station. Thank you very much.
Sounds good. Take care. Way past the last train at an unmanned station? Really questionable if you'll have any luck finding a taxi there. And so Hasumi became an inhabitant of the two-dimensional world.
There don't seem to be any taxis anywhere. Oh.
Call 110? Or you can call the taxi company? If there's a telephone booth nearby, look up the taxi company in the phone book and call.
I called home and asked to be picked up, but neither of my parents seem to know where Kisaragi Station is. They'll look for it on the map so they can come get me, but I'm getting a little scared now.
What about the others? Are you the only one who got off the train? I checked online too, and the name Kisaragi Station isn't coming up. Am I wrong in assuming it's around Shin Hamamatsu? I'll check Yahoo.
I looked for a public phone, but there is nothing. And no one else got off, so I'm alone now. It's definitely called Kisaragi.
Sometimes that phone's outside the station. You can check there.
Looking into it, apparently it's written with the kanji for devil, but it's read Kisaragi.
Devil Station? Yikes. Are you a gaming nerd? Because a game comes up if you Google it. Tell us the names of the stations before and after Kisaragi.
What do you mean, a game? It doesn't say what the next and previous stations are.
Walk back along the track. If you start running out now, you might catch up to the train. There's gotta be houses around the station, right?
Yes, there are. I didn't quite notice since I was panicking. I'm waiting for my parents to call while walking along the track. I tried checking town information on iMode, but it gave me a point error or something. I want to go home. There really is just nothing around here. All I can see are fields and mountains, but I think I'll be able to make it back if I go down the track, so I'll keep pushing on. Thank you very much. Treat of this as a joke, if you will, but can I come to you if I encounter any more trouble?
Of course, just be careful out there. Sure, just make sure you don't run out of battery. Your phone's your lifeline right now. Don't get lost. And be careful in the tunnel. Huh, you can get a signal out in the middle of nowhere? I kinda think you shouldn't really stray far from the station, though. All alone on a cold night at a station with no attendants? Soon the lights could go out and it'll be pitch black. It really might be safest to wait for daybreak at the station. Oh no, this sounds bad.
I got a call from my father, and he had so many questions, but simply couldn't find my location. I've been told to call 110, but I'm a little bit opposed to doing. But I'll try asking them to help me now.
I really think you should wait until it gets lighter out before you do anything. Waiting alone in the dead of night in some ominous place? Yikes. Going through a tunnel alone in the dead of night on some ominous train line? Yikes.
I called 110 and tried my absolute best to explain the situation, but They thought it was all a joke and got angry at me. So I got scared and apologized.
Apologize for what? Should probably give up for today. Maybe wait for the first train. What's it like around the station? What's there?
I hear what sounds like a beating drum, mixed with some kind of bell way off in the distance. Honestly, I have no idea what to do at this point.
Get back to the station for now, Hasumi. It's best to return to where you started when you're lost. Here's where it gets going. Are they having a festival or what?
You might think I'm kidding, but I'm too scared to look behind me. I do want to go back to the station, but I don't dare turn around.
Run, and don't look back. You can't go back to the station now. Run through the tunnel. I'm sure you'll find it not far.
Someone behind me yelled, "Hey, don't walk on the track, that's dangerous." I looked around expecting to see an attendant and saw a one-legged old man, but he vanished. I think I'm too scared to move now.
I told you to not look back. Run! Calm down and listen to the big bro, okay? Check out where that drum is coming from. There's bound to be somebody playing it. Where the hell are you planning on taking Hasumi? Why'd you know it was an old man if it was just a single leg? I think Hasumi meant an old man who lost one of his legs. Must have been an old man who died and lost a leg after walking along the track.
I can't walk or run any further. The drumming sound is getting a little closer.
Wait for dawn. It won't be scary in the daylight. I'm kinda glad I stayed on the train.
I'm still alive, but I fell and started bleeding, and I broke a heel, so I'm sitting still on the ground. I don't want to die now.
It should be safe if you leave the tunnel. Once you get out of there, call for help immediately.
I called home. Dad's calling the police, but the sound keeps getting closer.
I hope to God that's not the sound of a train, but it might be too late.
I finally managed to make it to the front of the tunnel. The name says Isanuki. The sound's still getting closer, so I'm gonna leave the tunnel. If I'm safe once I get out of the tunnel, I'll post again.
Good luck. This is the end. Forget about trains and stations. Forget about going back. Forget about someone chasing you. The sound you're hearing is just something you imagined. Run out of the tunnel. If you stop, you only succumb to something which does not belong in this world.
I left the tunnel. There's someone up ahead. It looks like all your advice was right after all. Thank you so much. My face is such a mess from tears he might mistake me for a monster.
Wait, Hasumi, don't die on us! Stop, that can't be good. Someone there this late at night? That's suspicious.
He seems gentle and was worried for me. He called for a train to take me to the nearest station. Apparently there's some kind of business hotel there. I'm truly, truly thankful to all of you.
Hasumi, please answer me this one thing. Can you ask that man what that place is? Is he really gentle? He sounds kind of scary from what you said. That guy's no good! Why is he by the track at this hour? He must have been a corpse or something! Hasumi, run!
I asked him where it was, and he said, Hina. That seems extremely unlikely though.
Hasumi, get off the train! Excuse me, Hasumi, where's Hina?
We've been headed towards the mountains for some time. It really doesn't strike me as a place where trains would go. And he stopped talking to me entirely.
Probably because you're constantly messing with your phone. Hasumi, oh no. Did you contact your parents after you got out of the tunnel and received aid from this guy. Hasumi, please call 110. This might be your last chance.
My battery's almost run out. Things are getting really strange, so I think I'm gonna make a run for it. He's been talking to himself about, like, bizarre things for a while now. To prepare for just the right time, I'm going to make this my last post from now. Afterward, Hasumi was never heard from again. Lesson 1, don't follow strangers. You don't what? Hasumi, first of all, why would you get off at a station that you don't know? Second of all, why would you go into a tunnel by yourself? Third of all, why would you follow an old man? Hasumi! Baka! Baka! Thank you so much, Unga Urako-san, for the akasupa boom boom boom. Your voice acting is amazing. Thank you! Thank you! Never listened to 2 channels. But hey, the people actually had good advice. They were like, stay at the station, don't go when it's dark, call the emergency phone number. What the heck, Hasumi? Baka-san! Baka-san! Baka! Hasumiは大バカだったのか! 大バカだったの! Man, oh man. Well, that was the famous Kisaragi station. Perfect timing, because guess what I'm playing tomorrow? I'm gonna cry. Okay. Kisaragi station. Yeah, that was the Kisaragi station. Yabe. Yabe. Always a classic. Always a classic. Okay. Who's next? Tomorrow you'll face that station in Tsuguno-hi. Yatta! Oh yeah, the next one is time travel, wasn't it? Wait, let me find it again. It's very long. I feel like this is something that I'm gonna... like... Oh my god, it's so long! Okay, but it's okay. Bay will never take a train again. Screw it. Only going on foot by now on. Never taking a train again! Okay. The next one is called Time Travel is Not What You Think It's Like. Interesting. Interesting. My guesses for this story, maybe it's like a time travel gone wrong. Because, like, you know whenever there's, like, movies about time travel or, like, books about time travel, like, the number one rule is, like, you never go... What's the word? You never mess up time. Or else it leads to really bad things. Or something like that. Yeah. Like, you're not meant to change events. Yeah, you never meet yourself. Never mess with the course of events. because then it will lead to future changes in the future, right? Maybe it's something like that. Time. Time travel's not what you think it's like. Oh, that long. That's long. Okay. Never mess with Kronii. Okay. This might be a bit long. Yeah, it is, but you guys say it's really good, so we can just take our time, and that will be like reading a long book. How's that? And like, if maybe just listening to my voice is a bit hard to follow, I'm sorry, but maybe you can read along with me. Yeah. There's wait, 2 parts? Honey? Just 2 parts? There's 2 parts? Okay, my net has separated this into like, there's like some paragraphing stuff. I don't know if that's what they considered 2 parts. I don't know if I have the whole thing. It's okay. Thank you. Oh no, I wasn't talking about if it's hard to follow because of my accent, actually. I was just, it's just more of a like a... Sometimes when I listen to really long things, it's just kind of hard to follow because I follow better with like a visual prompt as well. That's just a personal thing. I find it a lot easier to read when I have the actual, like, thing in front of me and then I listen to someone else read it. That's all, that's all. That's all I meant, yeah. Yeah. That's all I meant. Okay. Ta-da. Audiobook. I've never... Oh, that's the thing. I really want to try audiobooks. I've never listened to one before, but I feel like that'll be so... It'll make reading so much easier for me. Because as you can see, I have problems with reading, apparently. I stumble over words if they're all like smushed up. So maybe audiobooks pretty good. Can Bay read? I don't know. I don't know. Reading is hard. I'm sorry. No, I can't read. No, stop! Stop! I can read! Stop! Stop it! I can read. I can read. Bay audiobook in the future? Ooh, that could be a good idea. Okay, we're gonna start. It's also because there's not much paragraphs. That's why I stumble. I need like spaces. Okay, here we go. Time to read. Let me just enlarge the page. I have bad eyes! Eye failure! I'm sorry! I have eye failure. Hold on. Okay, that's better. Okay. Okay! Are we ready to start? Doing. Okay. Here we go. Thank you so much for the Akasupa. Lego Hey! Hey! Boom boom, but hey, new eyes fun. You don't like these eyes? You're telling me... You don't like these eyes? Hello? No? I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. We are going to begin. Time travel is not what you think it's like. Okay. My name is Clark. I'm one of 3 people who can truthfully say they have time traveled. It's not what you think it's like. I'm not really certain how they selected us. I was working on my bachelor's degree at my state university when I was approached by the team. Project BTA OW33 is what they called it. No cool name like Project X or Project Alpha Time Warp or something along those lines, just BTA OW33. Whatever that means. They approached me and asked if I'd like to take part in an experiment in exchange for my tuition being paid for. I only had a year left in school, but those 2 semesters were going to cost me 32,000 big ones. So of course I said yes. When I asked what the experiment was, they told me it was extremely secretive. I would be finding out details the day of. Then I could decide to back out if I didn't want to participate. About 6 weeks went by and I was basically on court to be ready to go whenever they needed me. Finally, I got the call. I live in Atlanta, and the team had the 3 of us meet up in a parking deck about 20 minutes outside the city. Once there, we all got in one of those short school buses and they took us out to the northern Georgia mountains. It was about a 2-hour drive and we didn't get much time to get to know each other. We were under strict rules not to reveal information about ourselves or talk to each other on the bus ride over. The last couple of miles were on a rocky dirt road leading down a mountain. The bus parked in a small, maybe half-acre stretch of grass. The grass was freshly mowed and I could tell by sight and smell. The alcove of grass was enclosed by large trees from the surrounding forest. "All right." A man stood up from his seat at the front of the bus. "We're here. I'll brief you all once we get inside the house." As we got off the bus one by one, we could see that in the center of the clearing was a building. It had one very large window on the side, basically encompassing that entire wall. Every other wall was black on the inside, and I could see through the window that inside was painted white. I'm just gonna turn up. Hello? Yeah, that's better. Okay. There was a large silver metal ring that surrounded the house. It came about 3 inches off the freshly mowed grass and was a foot wide and had lights coming in from drilled holes all the way around it. "Watch your step, and please do not step on this top of ring," the man said. "Once we get inside, just go ahead and take a seat." We all stepped over the ring and made our way into the house. The house, as the man called it, was only made up of 1 room. Inside there were 4 chairs around a rather large circular table. The chairs, table, walls, and the 1 lamp were all white. The only thing that wasn't white in the room were the pair of bookshelves against each wall, both empty. After we took our seats, the man introduced himself. "Alrighty. Welcome. My name is Dr. Olson. I'm glad you all decided to take part in this. To take part in history. As we told you all, this is all extremely sensitive information. After my explanation of what this experiment consists of, I'll ask you if you want to continue. Understand?" "What if we don't want to continue?" a woman said around my age with fiery red hair. "Is that me? Am I in this story?" I'm gonna change that voice to me. "What if we don't want to continue?" a woman said about my age with fiery red hair. Then we know the super secret information, right? And you're gonna let us walk out of here? The man gave a smile. He knew this would be asked.
Yes, you are free to leave here knowing what the experiment consists of. However, the university and I are confident of 3 things. 1, you won't want to leave. 2, the university's attorneys are rather powerful and you've already signed the NDAs. And 3, no one will believe you even if you tell them.
Silence filled the room. The redhead slouched back in her chair. A non-verbal, well, go on then.
The experiment,
Dr. Olsen continued, is time travel. I smiled, but wasn't sure why. The other seemed to snort a little in amusement. The tensions in the room seemed to release.
Now, I know it sounds, crazy. I've heard it all before. I'm not asking you to believe in me. I'm asking you to sit in this room and observe and tell me what happens.
We all nodded in agreement. A couple of okays filled the air. The doctor carried on.
All right. This is how it would work. I'm gonna drive up to the control center. It's just about 5 minutes up the mountain. I have a couple of colleagues here as well. From here, I'll flip the switch in layman's terms.
When Dr. Olsen began his next sentence, he leaned forward, and his face took on a very stern, angry, father quality. That's a good Cali country voice. I don't know why it turned country. It just...
Do not leave this room. After I walk out, do not leave. Do not leave until I come back down the mountain, walk back inside this room, and tell you you can leave. I have done this experiment before, but not on humans. I know it works. I know it's safe. I can promise you this is safe. I cannot promise your safety, though, if you leave the house.
I remember the air shifting to an uneasy feel. Are you sure this is safe? What, you've tested on it? What's it gonna feel like? A scrawny blonde guy said, who couldn't have been older than 21. The doctor continued.
I know it's safe. No animal I have used has been affected by this. I've used rats.
Excuse me.
And progressed up to dogs. No bruises, no cuts, no change in behavior, and to be honest with you all, I don't know what you should expect. I'm not sure if it feels like a tingle, a sting, a pinch, or anything else. This is the first human trial, which is why you need to pay attention to any sensation you feel.
Wait, okay, if we're actually about to time travel, where or when are we traveling to? I asked.
You will be launching 3 hours into the future. Once activated at the control site, this building will disappear. My team and I will be on standby for 3 hours, then poof, the house is back with all of you in it. 3 hours into the future.
A long silence followed. I'm skeptic of just about anything, and something about Dr. Olsen's tone, his body language, the way he was explaining it. It was hard for me to doubt. He was dead serious. When it was clear there were no more questions, Dr. Olsen looked at his watch and stood up and cleared his throat.
Alrighty then. It's 1:22 p.m. right now, so by the time I make it to the control site, it should be just before 1:30. Warm-up only takes about 2 minutes, so we'll mark your projected arrival at time around 4:30. Are there any other questions or concerns?
No one spoke.
Okay, I'll see you all in 3 hours. Or, from your perspective, just a couple of minutes.
The doctor winked, nodded, and closed the door behind him after adding,
Safe travels.
The 3 of us stood from our chairs as we watched the doctor drive off. Then we all turned to each other, the tension again easing. Well, he sure knows how to make an entrance and an exit, the redhead said. No kidding,
the blonde kid answered.
Oh, well, nice to meet you, fellow time travelers.
We all chuckled a bit, that nervous sort of laughter.
My name's Ryan.
I'm Clark, I replied back with a handshake to follow.
Emma,
she said, with a smile that could make any man or woman's head turn.
I'm Emma.
We exchanged pleasantries, talked about our schooling and how we were selected. Emma was the first to ask what we were all thinking.
So what's the chance this is legit? Don't get me wrong, I love to be the world's first time traveler, but I feel like this is gonna end in a dud or we're just being pranked. Yeah, Ryan replied. When he was explaining everything, I thought it might be a prank, like this may be an actual experiment from the university, but it's an experiment to see if they can convince people they time traveled.
That's meta, I quipped.
Oh guys, look!
Emma was staring out the large window. The ring that surrounded the building was slowly getting brighter. It looked like 100 laser pointers slowly brightening, shining up into the overcast sky. Does this mean we're in the 2-minute warm-up? I said, already knowing the answer.
I guess so,
Emma started.
God, my heart is racing!
Mine too.
Same.
We all stood, perfectly still, watching those skinny beams of light growing brighter until it was nearly blinding. I turned to look at Emma. Her pupils were closing to the size of a pencil, maybe smaller. Her gaze along with Ryan's were locked on the beams. I could see the faces getting more illuminated each second that passed. Second after second, it kept getting brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter, until it was like we were being engulfed by the sun. And in less than a second, it was dark. I chose my words carefully. Less than a second. It was not like turning off a light. It was not like shutting your eyes. It was faster. It was instant. I saw Emma's pupils quickly grow large as the absence of light from out the window met her retina. The inside of the house was still illuminated, thanks to one lamp in the main room. Outside the window was nothing. Not nighttime, not black, not pitch black, nothing. It almost had a color to it, but one I cannot explain. It gave off no light. It was the color a blind man sees. It was the color of our sleeping nights in between dreams. It was the color of death. It was nothing. We all kind of looked around after a minute of silence, all staring out the same window into a void of absence.
What the f
is happening? Emma said in a shaky voice. I began.
My heart stopped beating,
Ryan said bluntly. I saw Emma raise 2 fingers to her neck. I didn't have to. I could feel it. It was one of the first things I noticed. When I was staring at Emma's pupils as the light reached its crescendo, my heart was racing. And as soon as the light disappeared, so did the rhythmic thumps of my heart.
What the f*** is happening?
Emma began to panic.
Wait. This is just a part of it,
Ryan stated.
I'm really freaked out too, trust me. Obviously something is happening. If you believe the doctor, which I'm starting to, we may be, traveling through time.
I actually agreed with him. Yeah, you're right. We just need to pay attention to this so we can explain later. That beep was late. Where am I up to? Yeah, you're right.
We just need to pay attention to this so we can explain later. Okay, heartbeats stopped. Check. We're still alive. Check. And that void abyss thing. Check. We turned to the window in unison. I don't like looking at it, Emma said. It's unnatural. It's, I don't know, not supposed to be. It's not black. There's no light, I don't think. She wasn't wrong. I'm kind of glad I don't have a heartbeat right now because I think I have a heart attack. I joked. Anxious laughs filled the small space. We finally moved from our spots where we were staring out the window. It was a relief to move around the room, and I'm not sure why. We were quiet for a couple of minutes, and Emma was sitting in a chair with her knees tucked up to her chest, occasionally checking her non-existent pulse or looking at her hands. Ryan leaned against the back wall, staring out the window. I pulled up a chair next to Emma's and joined her in her quiet atmosphere. Our peaceful still was broken with Ryan's words. Clark? Emma? There's something out there. We looked at him and then out the window. What do you mean? Emma asked. Out there. I can see things. Your mind is playing tricks on you, you know, like when you're in a pitch black room, your mind will make you see lights and shapes and stuff, I said. No, he countered. It's there. Look out there. You can see. I don't know how to describe it. Just look. Emma and I both turned our attention once again to the emptiness. It was still. It was quiet. It was unmoving. Abnormal. Yet it felt like it was meant to be there, like it was at home, and we were the intruders. I don't see anything, Emma said. Me neither, I said. Ryan continued to stare out, unflinching. Emma and I stayed at the table, fiddling with our fingers and nervously finger-tapping. I'm not sure how much time had passed before the silence was broken. All I know is it felt like a long time. Maybe an hour, maybe 2. Well, this is taking quite some time, isn't it? Emma said. Seriously, I feel like we've been here for a couple of hours, I responded. No, Ryan said. Not even a second has passed. Emma and I glanced looks of confusion at each other. What do you mean? Not even a second has passed, he repeated. His gaze was still locked on the void. Time doesn't pass in here. When you look into it, you see? No time has passed. No time will pass. When you look into it, it'll all make sense. Emma and I locked eyes once again, yet this time it was less confusion and more terror. I spoke up. Come on, man. Stop messing with us. He didn't reply. He didn't blink. Days passed, I think. Emma and I sat and talked a lot. We didn't grow hungry, tired, or thirsty. We didn't have to use the bathroom. We came to a few realizations. One was that there was no temperature in the room. It was an absence of any heat or coolness. Air was non-existent. After roughly 12 hours, or so we estimated, our bodies began to not breathe automatically. We didn't need oxygen. The other realization was about that void. Ryan had been staring off into it for the entirety of our stay, save for the first couple of minutes. He has not moved. He has not blinked. Sometimes he mumbles something about time or the universe, but most of it is gibberish. Emma and I decided that maybe something is there. We can't see it, but maybe Ryan can, and it's driving him insane. We decided it's best not to look at it for too long. After weeks of being stuck in that room, Emma and I were growing increasingly restless. We started arguing about being stuck in that room, about little things, and eventually stopped talking altogether. Sometimes I would hear her sob, trying to be quiet. I spent a lot of my time crying as well. No tears could come out though. Emma and I ignoring each other was halted one day after Ryan simply stated loud and clear, "I'm going out." It was the first time Emma and I had even looked at each other in a couple days. It was the first Ryan had ever spoken coherent words in weeks. He didn't look at us when he said it. And for some reason, neither of us protested. Maybe out of boredom, depression, or curiosity. We didn't stop him. He walked over to the glass door and stood for a moment, never taking his eyes off the emptiness. He spoke to us, still facing the nothingness. "I'm going to learn its secrets, its power. I will become a god, and it welcomes me." Oh no, right? He opened the door. He reached his hand out into the void. It looked like an optical illusion, exactly where the doorframe was. As soon as he broke through that plane, his hand disappeared. All I could see was his wrist with nothing attached. He brought his arm back inside the room. His hand was missing. There were exposed bone, flesh and tissue, but he did not bleed. He did not scream. He smiled. He then walked out into the void, looking like a ghost walking through a wall. Emma and I stared in horror. She ran over to me and we cried together for a while. She said 7 words to me through thick sobs that chilled me to the bone for the first real sensation I've ever had coming here. Are we gonna be here forever? Emma and I spent a lot of our time crying. What else was there to do? Imagine it, you're stuck in a room with nothing to do but stack chairs or topple over empty bookcases in frustration. We tried to have it was just another thing to do to pass the time, but with no blood pumping through our veins, it made things difficult. We played all the name games, invisible tic-tac-toe, tongue twisters, etc. We can't exactly play I Spy because our options for colors were either white or void-esque. Sometimes we try and sleep to no avail. We just lie there, occasionally together, sometimes apart. Eyes closed with no rhythmic rise and fall of our chests, no soft sound of a heartbeat. Just utter silence. I didn't think I'd ever make it out. I'm not sure of the total time I spent in there. It was hard to tell and grew more difficult as time went on. At first, it was easy. You could tell a couple of seconds had passed, then minutes grew to hours. But especially after Ryan left, it was difficult. There was no rising sun. There was no moonlit sky with glittering stars. There was no feeling tired, no sleepiness or droopy feeling that settled in after a long day. I felt as if my internal clock was reworking itself to be, well, broken. Emma and I were really starting to lose it, but not in the same way Ryan was. To curb our sad days, we played pretend like we were kids. I'm not sure if it was an actual decision on our part, or if our minds were just making us to do it in return for a flake of sanity. Sometimes one of us would be a waiter, and the other one would be eating at a fancy restaurant. Sometimes we'd play doctor, and one person would have to undress and be examined. In some scenario, she'd be my wife. I'd come home from a long day at work, and she'd have dinner prepared for me. She'd call the kids down, we'd pretend to eat, and I would tell her about my day while sneaking table scraps to our dog. Our favorite scenario was strangers. At least that's what I call it, looking back. We didn't have a name for it then. I'd be sitting at the table pretending I was at a bar or club. She'd walk up and grab a seat and I'd give her a couple glances and side eyes before telling the bartender I'd buy her a drink. She would try and contain her glowing smile and bat her eyelashes at me. Then she'd make her way from across the table, across the bar, and take the chair next to mine. I'd ask her name, and then we'd slowly go from surface level conversation into the world of getting to know each other deeper. Childhood memories, fears, aspirations, secrets, dreams. Then eventually one of us would break character and we'd laugh. We'd also write plays in our head for each other and perform them, or we'd make scripts for TV shows or movies and act them out, mostly improv. There were the good moments, the secure ones. Those escapes for us were equal to the escapes of regular people in the real world who were watching TV or scrolling through an app so they don't have to face the reality that engulfed them. But at some point, reality always sets in. Our entire world was in that room. I started to forget what my mother's face looked like. I started to forget what my face looked like. One day or night, I looked off into the void. Emma and I treated it as someone who would treat a naked homeless man screaming at them. It's best not to look for too long, but it's okay to glance or catch it in your peripheral. I stared off into it, wondering about its color, its absence. I wondered where we were, physically. Were we somehow in another dimension? Were we being observed now? As I stared off, I saw something. I know I did. It was impossible to miss, like a brushstroke on a blank canvas. Yes, it was there. It was something that existed in that vast expanse of nothing. A tree. It was a tree. A perfectly symmetrical pine tree, almost like those abstract ink blot tests used for psychiatric evaluations. It was just like that, sitting dead center in my vision. It wasn't like spotting a tree from inside a window in the real world. No. I wasn't there with the tree. I was merely observing it. I felt like an alien from another planet witnessing it. The tree didn't know I was there, and I didn't know where it was. Suddenly, a strong and swift open palm made contact with my cheek, and I heard Emma yell, "Snap the out of it! Clock, please!" My face stung, but the pain was dulled as I noticed she was crying. "Whoa, hey, what's wrong?"
Oh God, you're really back! You're really back, thank God!
She said through quivering lips.
You were just staring out there for days! I couldn't do anything to snap you out of it.
Days?
Yes, God! I would cover your eyes or shake you, but nothing was working, so...
She kept talking, but her voice sounded like it was falling down a well as my own thoughts took over my attention. Days? I looked outside for 10 seconds. 20 tops. There was no way days had gone by. I told her this.
What?
She said.
Are you around? You stood there, right there, still as a statue for so long! I was screaming, I was shaking you, I was pleading you!
I swear I'm telling the truth. I grabbed her hands consolingly. All I remember is seeing something out there. Then I don't know what happened.
What did you see?
Her crying had subdued a little, and her sadness was replaced with curiosity. I think it was a tree?
A tree?
Yeah, well, kind of. It had like a motion to it, like it was growing. Not from the ground like a normal tree, but it was spreading, I guess. Like when you take the netting off of a Christmas tree and all the branches fall and the tree looks fuller. It was just like that, but constantly expanding like an optical illusion. She looked at me as if I had told her I had cancer, an expression of sympathy tangled with worry. She let out a heavy breath.
I was so worried you were gonna leave, like he did.
I hugged her and scratched the top of her head in an attempt to comfort her. Then she grabbed my neck and kissed me lightly. It wasn't the first time we kissed. We had plenty of times before. I don't know how it started. I can't even remember our first one. It was too long ago, but every so often we'd look at each other and kiss. Was it a relationship? Or boredom? I knew everything about her, it seemed, but I don't know. I was stuck there with her. What else were we gonna do? Would we have gotten along outside in the real world if this experiment worked? Would we be together? I don't know. A lot of time passed since Emma slapped me to snap out of it. We were more quiet than usual, more thoughtful because of the events that had occurred. She brought it up first, interrupting our previous conversation.
Hey, so let's say we make it out of here. Whether that be in 1,000,000 years or 1,000,000,000 or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Well, you know how you were looking out the window and days passed in a couple of seconds? What if that's the best thing to do? To pass those years. Maybe if we just look out, it'll feel like a couple of hours and then boom, we're back to reality.
I had wondered about it too. What if we never snap out of it though? What if we walk out like Ryan did? What if we're stuck in here forever? Hypnotized.
I know, she said. I thought about that, sure, but...
But what?
But... I don't know! What's our other option? Realistically, we can't keep living like this. We can't keep spending every day going through the waves of talking and silence and laughter and crying. I'm losing my mind! And I know you are too!
I tightened my lips together, and my silence answered her, so she continued.
What's worse? Spending 1,000,000,000,000 years in this room until you pull your hair out and slowly slip down the insanity slide, or looking at that abyss of nothing.
And yeah, there's a chance we'll go off our rocker like Ryan and hypnotically walk out that door, but is it worth it? I think so. We had spent too much time in there. I don't know how long, but it felt like multiple lifetimes. If this ended in death, I welcomed it. I knew we had to do it. It was our only option. Okay. We'll barricade the door, I proposed. We'll put the table, the bookshelves, and everything else in front of it. It's at least one line of defense against us leaving.
Yeah, it's no guarantee, but I like the idea.
And we did just that. The idea that we could be out of there in a couple of hours was the only motivation we needed. After the furniture was moved, we sat on the floor in the middle of the room. Our legs were crossed and we faced each other. I'm terrified, she said openly. I know. I am too.
What if we never see each other again? What if we never see anyone again? What if this is like it? Like it.
I grabbed her hands and pulled her a little closer before replying. No matter what happens, I'm grateful that I had you here with me. I couldn't have been here alone. This place is hell and would have been so much worse without you. She gave a nod and smiled. I returned the same gesture. We both adjusted our bodies, still in sitting position, to face the window. I looked to my right and admired Emma's gaze out the window, just as I did when we were transported here. I squeezed her hand. Ready to spend an eternity together?
Oh, wait. Ready to spend an eternity together? She said with a shaky breath, almost laughing.
You know it. And with that, we peered off into the nothingness. It's hard to describe what I saw. The first thing I saw in that vacuum of the void was once again the tree. It moved and it breathed and acted like it had before. After a while, I noticed I couldn't see the walls of the room anymore. It was like as if I was enveloped in this darkness, like I was a lone astronaut without any planets or stars for guidance. I couldn't feel my butt against the floor anymore, nor Emma's hand gripping mine. In fact, I couldn't really feel anything at all. It was like I was slowly losing each of my senses. That horrifying nothing color slowly dissipated, and the tree did as well. The best thing I can describe what came next is by comparing it to something you've all seen. If you close your eyes, you still see some light. You see shapes and objects and other things your brain tells you to see. If you stare at a wall, a blank wall, there's almost a movement to it, a static-like sensation on the wall that you never really notice until you focus. That's what came next. As the nothing disappeared, I could see those shapes in the darkness. Random patterns, stars, and static filled my vision. I felt like I was falling. The randomness of the shapes took form into my most nostalgic memories. Things I didn't even know I remembered from the trenches of my mind. I felt this itch, almost. I swear in some moments I didn't have a body, didn't have eyes, yet I could see. I felt like someone moved my still active brain into a jar to keep me alive, and that's what I was experiencing. Just my brain doing its thing with no outputs or inputs. I felt a prickling, but I wasn't sure where I felt it. I existed, but not in a physical sense. I thought I was dead. I hope that's not what being dead is. And then faster than a light switch with no sound effect, no transition of any kind, pop! I was standing back in that room. Sunshine made its way through the overcast sky and immediately flooded out the window. I was not facing the window though. I was facing Emma. With Ryan right behind her. Both of them were looking out the window just as we were before everything went dark. My focus was on Emma's pupil. Just as it was before, it did not change in size. Before I could begin to process what was happening, Ryan screamed louder than I thought physically possible. I jumped and started to back away, but Emma didn't even flinch. Ryan grabbed the lamp from the table, smashed it on the ground, picked up a large piece of glass, pushed it through his chest and into his heart. His hands were bleeding and his chest was discharging blood by the pint. He died within a minute. He was smiling the whole time. Emma, still unmoving, kept staring out the window. I was just trying to process my thoughts, which were abundant. Ryan stabbing himself was the least of my concerns, to be honest with you. I backed up against the wall opposite Ryan, slumped until I hit the floor. I sat in a fetal position and was praying the doctor would come down the mountain. The experiment worked, kind of. The room did disappear and we reappeared exactly 3 hours into the future. Dr. Olsen said he installed the window just in case we could see lights or flashes. He didn't know about the void. After Ryan's death, the university shut down Project PTAOW33 pretty quickly, but I doubt that was the last the world will see of it. Dr. Olsen can only hear the events that took place from my perspective. Emma is in a catatonic state. She hasn't spoken a word or made a noise since returning. She's completely unresponsive. There's no sign of her getting better. I visited her once at the home she lives in now and I'm never going back. She stares off at the walls the same way Ryan stares into the void. If there's a God out there, I just pray she isn't still there somehow in that place. I hope her mind is free or at peace. Why am I not catatonic? Why did I make it out okay? Did I see the same thing Ryan saw? I'm not sure. I try not to think about it. I've lived, subjectively, longer than anyone will ever have to experience. To suffer. I don't have the guts to kill myself, though I think about it often. I don't really care if I get in trouble with the law by sharing my story. It's therapeutic to share, and like Dr. Olson said from the beginning, no one will believe me anyway. Day-to-day life doesn't bother me. I don't mind interacting with people. I like eating food again or taking a nice hot shower. I like knowing I can die. That I can die. It's not the waking moments that disturb me, no. It's when I sleep. My dreams are awful and are almost always of that place, that room. The doctor says it's because that room is where my brain thinks it has spent most of its life. He says they will lessen as my stimuli from the real world increases. But dreaming isn't the worst part about sleeping. It's every other moment between the dreams. As I slip away into oblivion, so does my body, and so do my senses. My mind is still active, but I'm encompassed by that void, drowning in its emptiness. That color, that nothing. Every single night, it haunts me. I hope to God you never see it, never realize it's there, because when you do, it won't go away. Holy moly! God! Kronii, what are you doing? Why is that so scary? That was so scary! That wasn't like, okay, that's kind of like the best kind of spooky. It wasn't like, you know, in your face horror, but it was like psychological horror. That's how they get you. Psychological horror is how they get you. Wow. I'm eating a pear to make it less scary. Babe, that was only 10 seconds. Stop it! No! What happens in the story stays in the story. Do not, no! Don't even joke about that. Okay. Now, there are two more that I want to read that are really, really short to end off today's reading. Now, Mane-chan told me to read these, but Mane-chan didn't give me any explanation to what these were. The title says, Man, Door, Hand, Hook, Car, Door. Is this a meme one? Is this a meme one? Okay. It's not that long, okay. But, okay. It's great. Oh! Okay. Did you guys enjoy that, by the way? I've never read that before. That was really good. I can see why it's a long story, though. Oh my god, that took almost an hour. Ah! It was good? Yeah! It was really good! shame it was only 10 seconds. Stop it! Stop it! Okay. I'm gonna stretch. I'm gonna hydrate. Thank you so much for reminding me. Posture check! Posture check! Thank you so much for the Akasupa! Rosas! Thank you! Bum bum bum! Pre-order for Bay audiobook? Ooh. Ah. Okay. Okay. Let's get... You posture checked me at the wrong time. Come on, spill it! Spill it! What was your posture like? What was your posture like? Spill it! Spill it. Spill it. Did I catch you at a compromising position? Are you embarrassed? I'm in goblin mode. It's okay. Just make sure that, you know, your posture is a good posture check every once in a while. Okay. Now, let me just change the title again to... What are we reading? Man, door, hand, hook, car, door. That title doesn't make sense. Man, door, hand, hook, car, door. I don't understand. Okay. Let's read this one. Okay. It will all become clear? Really? Okay. Let's go. It's gonna be spooky? Okay. Change of music is necessary. Alright. Man and girl go out to drive under the moonlight. They stop at... What is the grammar in this sentence? They stop at a side of the road. He turned to girl and say,
Baby, I love you very much.
What is it, honey?
Our car is broken down. I think the engine is broken. I'll walk and get off some fuel.
Okay, I'll stay here and look after our stereo. There's been some news reports of Ceres being stolen.
Good idea. Keep the doors locked no matter what. I love you, sweaty.
What the heck? What? Huh? So the guy left to get fuel for the car. After 2 hours, the girls say, Where is my baby? He was supposed to be back by now. Then the girl hear a scratching sound and voice say, The girl doesn't do it. And then, after a while, she goes to sleep. The next morning, she wakes up and finds her boyfriend still not there. She gets out to check and man door, hand hook, car door. Huh? Huh? Am I getting pranked? What? Huh? Huh? What's going on? I don't understand. What? Hold on, let me read that again. The girl doesn't do it, and then after a while she goes to sleep. The next morning she wakes up and finds her boyfriend still not there. She goes out to check in man door, hand hook, car door. What? That's it. That's it. There's nothing more. She gets up. Wait, the girl doesn't do it, and then after a while, she goes to sleep. The next morning, she wakes up and finds her boyfriend still there. She gets out to check in, man. Door, hand, hook, car. Man, door, hand, hook, car, door. Man, door, hand, hook, car. Wait, what? Is it because I'm... Huh? Wait. She gets out to check in. Man, door, hand, hook, car, door. Is that how I'm meant to read it? I don't know. Is that how I'm meant to read it? Man, door, hand, hook, car, door. Huh. Did I get pranked? My-chan! How dare you? This is supposed to be a scary stream. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. I just got pranked. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? Oh, is Kronii here? Hi. Have you heard of this before, Kronii? She gets out the chicken, man. Door, hand, hook, car, door. What the heck? Please explain. Please explain. Somebody explain. Oh, it's just a joke? I'm too old for this. Kronii. Kronii. Kronii! That's it. Can't believe this. The other one that, Mane-chan sent me was called Then Who Was Phone. I'm guessing this is a troll as well then. Mane-chan! If it's a troll, should I play into the troll? Do I need, like, funny music? Or do I need the scary music? My god. My god, I got trolled. Scary music? Do we really need scary music for this troll? Okay, well. Let me read it. Oh, I can't believe I got trolled. Okay. I'm going to read this. Okay. Why is it written in like texting? Why is there post? No. Okay, read it as serious as you can. Okay. This one is called... Wait, I gotta change it. I can't believe this. Then who was phone? First of all, grammar where? Grammar where? Okay. So you're with your honey and you're making out when the phone rings. I'm just gonna ignore all the grammar and the spelling mistakes, okay? You answer it, and the voice is...
What are you doing with my daughter?
You tell your girl, and she say, my dad is dead.
Then who was phone?
What the... You. You. Okay. Cool. What a fun time. You know, I wanted this to be scary. Because a lot of the times, people say, I can't pull off scary. I wanted it to be scary. But no, we had to end on this. Of course. Thank you. That was great. Thanks, guys. Who was phone, bae? Shut up. Who was phone? I ask you. Then who was phone? Who was phone? Who was phone? Who was phone? You tell me. Who was phone? Was you phone? That's it. But who was phone? But who was phone? But who was phone? Who was phone? Okay. Who was phone? Who was phone? Who was phone? Phone? Phone you? No phone? Who was phone? Right. Who was phone? 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 Who phone? Phone who? Who phone? Who was phone? Phone who you phone? Phone who phone? You phone? Everybody phone? Who phone? Are you phone? Who was phone? Who phone? You phone? I'm phone. I'm feeling pretty phone. You phone? Who was phone? ET phone? Sanity phone? Phone. Who was phone? Phone. Phone. Okay. Thanks, guys. Lights back on. Thanks for coming. Let's read some super chats. Let's read some super phones. I mean super chats. Super phone. Thanks for the super phone. That's pretty phone. Super phone. Okay. Superphone. Thank you to Funamane-san, ありがとうございます。Shio-san, ありがとうございます。Azure604, thank you for the superphone. I don't know what to put here now that the mic fund is over. Thank you. 한강물 씨, 감사합니다. Hi, Watabe. You were playing Minecraft a while ago. Did you warm up before streaming? I heard Kronii needed help, so I helped her. 감사합니다. Thank you. Perfect Pumpkin, thank you for the Aka Super Phone. Boom boom. John Doe, thank you for the pink phone. Thank you. Manichan Therapy Fund. Can I have a Bay Therapy Fund? Because all I'm seeing are phones. Boom boom, thank you. Yo-san, ありがとうございます. Rick Bang, thank you. ありがとうございます. Oh, wait, no, that's not English. Thank you. There, did you see it? Red circle. Oh. What was that in reference to? I'm sorry. Thank you for the phone. Mahiro-san, thank you. Hello, Hakosu. Hello! Rosas, thank you. I can't wait to be scared. Were you scared of the phone? Thank you. Doc Rex 9-star, thank you. Rat Chat died. Let's go. Thank you for the phone. Useful. Hey, please, I'm easily scared. I'm only here because I like you and I will stay for you. Endurance stream. Thanks for coming! I hope you didn't get too scared of the phone. Thanks. Trigger, thank you! Matthias, thank you. But I'm too scared. Please hold my hand. Can you hold my phone? Thanks. Kronii Copter's propeller, thank you. We comedy pasta now. No, we're comedy phone. Thank you. Seth, thank you. CREEPYPASTA Story-Time. Man, that takes me back. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Novo, thank you. Why is Bay recapping Pecora's last stream? What happened? Did she use a phone? Anyway. Sickish, thank you! We are you. We are the madness that lurks within you. Oh. We no longer wish to be freed. Oh, I see. That was just a quote. Thank you! Ginkgo, thank you! You are absolutely amazing, Bay. Thank you. Slate, thank you! Please forgive me, Bay. I think I had to pay the price last night. I tried to edamame cooked in air fry and air fryer breaks down. I swear never speak of another rodent. This is what happens. Please, this is what happens when you diss the rat. Your air fryer breaks. Maybe you should invest in a phone. Thank you. Grizzly Tiger, thank you. I also pray for your air fry slate. Thank you. Boom boom. Raz, thank you. Vincun, thank you. You prepared and thought a lot. It's my first time, but you were really good job. I want to praise your efforts generously. Thank you. Boom boom. Glitch Master, thank you. A calliope is a sort of pipe organ. Oh, naruhodo. I see. Thank you. Vegemite pancakes. Namayominai. I can't read the name. I can't read the name. Hiroaki-san. Thank you. Vegemite pancakes? No. Pancakes with phone. Okay. JJR, thank you for the super phone. Hello, you're very cute. I'm Japanese, first time super chat. ありがとうございます。初見ありがとうございます。よかったらまた今度来てくださいね。Ceres, thank you! Candle Cove is one storyline adapted into a TV show called Channel Zero. Oh, sounds like a nightmare. Thank you! Appspire, thank you! The guy who made a video of Candle Cove also made the local 58. Oh my god. Thank you! Praise the rat, thank you for the Aka super phone! Boom boom boom! Gio, thank you! Shahio, thank you! What? Everyone in chat is just static? Yo. See if there is one for Hero. Hey! Boom boom. Thanks, guys. Joker, thank you! Umiboshi, thank you! I highly recommend the portraits. It's super chilling, but also very short. Wait! I know that story! That is actually really scary. I read that before. And, yeah. I should have read that. It's pretty good. It is pretty good. Should have read that. Wiggly type, thank you! I was really hoping that someone in EN would take up the chilling mantle of reading spooky stories this month. Your voices and sense of atmosphere are such a great fit for telling tales. Thank you, Superphone! Thank you. 조이원석! 감사합니다. The latest, scariest thing about this moment is that I have to go to work. Have a good day! You're doing great. Andy Captain, thank you! My first night in Japan, we got on a train and it took a long time to get moving, but we heard the blood-curdling scream of a man. There was no announcement. Then eventually the train started moving. The train was haunted! Thank you for the superphone. Thank you for the Aka Super! Boom, boom, boom! Cyrus Zane, thank you! Excellent reading on Kisaragi Station Bay. And the VA was great. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Then who was trained? No, we're not starting that. Nope. Nope. Lego Pyro, thank you for the red phone. New eyes fun. No, thank you. TK, thank you. Sorry, babe. Didn't know Hamster can read. Oi! Valentino-san. ありがとうございます. It may have been difficult, but it definitely wasn't hard. Hey, yo. You need to invest in a phone. Thanks. Thanks for the super chat. I mean, super phone. Thanks. Citizen Sniff, thank you. Way past my bedtime. Have a good day, babe. I'll watch the vlog when I wake up. Thank you. Dun dun. Couldn't call me. Thank you for the phone. Did they screw? What do you mean by that? Ah! No. They were talking on the phone. That's what happened. They were just talking on the phone. Lake, thank you for the super phone. You're an excellent narrator. I have to say, much better than most professional audiobook narrators even. Thank you! They held hands. No. They were talking on the phone. That's all. Jimmy Boombox, thank you. Crawford, thank you. Thanks for reading the story. Oh, that's okay. Absolutely, thank you. Kong, thank you. W0083. Pink super phone 감사합니다. Trick or treat. 사탕 주세요. 사탕 주세요. 사랑 주세요. 공강하세요. 공강하세요. What does that mean? Give me candy, please love me. What does 공강하세요 mean? 건강! To be healthy. 네, 감사합니다. 감사합니다. So, 사탕 주세요. Please give me candy. 사랑 주세요. Please give me love. 건강하세요. Please be healthy. Thank you! Put the phone. You can call in and check up on me with these phones. Oh man, I really need to stop. Okay, Pablo, thank you! Bae, you just stared into the candle for days. No, stop. We're not going down there. Scarper, thank you! You really got a gift for this. Thank you! Hemo-san, arigatozaimasu. Rosas, thank you for the Akaphone! Putting my pre-order for Bae. Oh yes, thank you very much. PC Day, thank you! Oku, thank you! I laughed so hard I couldn't stand up. What are you laughing at? The phone? Did you get a funny phone call? Drunk Rooster, thank you! Keaton Matthews, thank you! Ian the Ripper, thank you! I don't understand, but I can't stop laughing. Then stop! You're on the phone! Have some manners. Daylight Night, thank you for the pink superphone. I really enjoyed this spooky stream, Bae, and I'm really looking forward to members post you send later tonight when you're too scared to sleep. You don't know that I'm gonna do that, but I'll see you there. Thank you for the phone. Jinx, thank you! I love you, sweaty! Give me my phone, thank you. Thank you, Mane-chan, says Mofutonin. Thank you for the super phone. Okay. No? I'm gonna have a very long talk with Mane-chan after this about phones. Okay. Talisman, thank you. Flaming Pants, thank you. Carlos, thank you. F. Brank, thank you. Marin Door, hand hook car door. Did you have a phone? Okay. Iris, thank you. Yep, you got pranked. Thank you. I got pranked with the phone. Amazing. Thank you for the super phone. Mr. Nowhere, thank you. Scarper, thank you. Dropping the dictionary on that last one. You tell me about it. Just because they were on the phone doesn't mean that, you know, grammar and spelling should yeet out of there. Bathroom security, thank you. Yo, but seriously, who was phone? Shut up! You were phone. I was phone. Thank you for the phone, though. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Rich Ladder, thank you. We are all phone on this blessed day. Yay. Flaming Pants, who was phone? Shut up. Everyone phone. You phone. Thank you for the super phone, though. I really appreciate it. Hyrler, thank you. Cynical, thank you. America, thank you. Fi Hot, thank you. We're on Trader, thank you. Josie, thank you for the super phone. Oh no! Who was Hunter? Thank you. Whoa! Oh my god. Wait, hold on. Did I miss? Wait, did I miss one? John Doe, Bay Therapy Fund as requested. Thank you for the super phone. Thank you. Sickage, thank you for the super phone. The phone I had as a youngling didn't work as intended. I guess you could say it was a phony Wow. That's amazing humor. Ha ha ha. That sounds like a pun. Ha ha. Enough. Have you ever heard of that? Does it ring any bells? TK, thank you for the super phone. Yeah, I'd like to order one large phone with extra phone, please. Cell phone, no. Word tree and payphone on. Thank you. Katsy, thank you. So you're with your bae and you're reading creepypasta. When the phone rings, you answer and the voice is...
What are you doing with my hamster?
You super chat your girl and she's saying,
I'm not into hamster.
Then who was bae? Stop. Stop. Just stop. Thank you for the super fun though. Temon TD. Bae, you're the cutest gaming hamster. Thank you. Ika, thank you. There is super phone funds for the therapist after the group funds. Make sure the guy's not phony. Thank you, Mikhails, for the super phone. You phoned? Ha ha! What an original joke! Ha ha ha! What a great time we've had together, you know. We really had a great conversation on the phone, wasn't there? Haha. I need a bae phone case for my phone, yeah? Because I am phone. I am phone! Okay, we're gonna end this here. Alright, thanks for the phones, everybody. I'm now rich with phones. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I hope that you liked today's stream. I hope you didn't think I was phony because... You know, I did try my best. You know, I hoped that it was good. I hope, you know, you thought some of my narration was smart because I'm a smartphone. I hate myself! Okay, we're good. We're done. Okay, this is ending. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. Okay, goodbye. Have a great day. One day closer to Happy Halloween. Very nice. I'm very excited for Halloween celebrations. I hope to see you there. Okay, bye-bye. Annyeong. Cheerio.